Hello everybody and welcome to Creativity Time. My name is Tatiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia, and around the corner for demonstrators is Onstage. For those who do not know, Onstage is a demonstrator only event. It happens once a year and it's happening this November. This year it is at home simply because we're going to have an in-person event in March. So Stampin' Up! Has moved the schedule from November each year to March. And this year we're celebrating 35 years of Stampin' Up! How amazing is that? And part of attending Onstage was the ability to order a new product suite that's coming in the January, I think it's January, February, March, April, January to April mini catalog. So I'm so excited. And I thought today would be the perfect day to use this suite or some of the products from the suite to demonstrate. Also, I thought it'd be fun to join a challenge. So it's been a while since I've done any stamping challenges, and the Thank Goodness It's Friday challenge has a lovely layout. Let me just show you. Ooh, there we go. So there is the layout for the TGIF challenge. And I thought we could use that today in our creation. So let's swap to the table and take a look at the suite. The suite is called Bee Mine Valentine, and it is so cute. It is bee themed, Valentine themed. Normally I don't go for the Valentine themed, but I thought that this one could be used outside of Valentine's as well. Yes, it has the Happy Valentine's Day, but you'll always be the one for me is so sweet. You're the sweet as honey. That can be for anyone. Anyone who's done something sweet for you or kind, that's perfect. And then I love that the wings, so it is a bundle and it comes with this bee builder punch, and I love that the wings are a heart. So you could create hearts or you can create wings and then punch out heart. So adorable. So we're definitely using that. It also has these, what are we calling them? Adhesive backs, hearts and flowers. So sweet. Won't be using those today. The suite also has this sweet sorbet ribbon, which, oh my goodness, it is just adorable. I love this kind of ribbon. It ties beautifully. Let me just do a bow. This is my typical way of testing a ribbon. So I'm looking forward to Onstage next week, not next week, next month. And you know what? If you join as a demonstrator now, you can join my team and then you get Onstage access for free. So that's pretty exciting. And there's currently a fantastic join offer, which I'll mention in a second. And let's just focus on that beautiful ribbon. So that's Sweet Sorbet. Not sure if we'll use the ribbon, we'll see. And then there are these pillow boxes. So when I thought pillow boxes, I thought the traditional, but this one is pillowed on all four sides. So that's very exciting. We won't be using the boxes today, but you can join and get this suite in your joining kit. And at the moment there's a promotion where you can join and either choose whether you get 35% more product for the same price, or you pay 35% less and get the same amount as you normally. Hey Vicky, it has been a while. Now, have you purchased this? Because this is gorgeous. Let's take a look at the DSP. This is the, let me get the name right, Bee Mine DSP. How cute are these little bees? And the love hearts, just seriously adorable. This is my favorite page. The honey pots, like, so cute. Itty bitty bees. Bees and flowers. Flowers. And then there's another sheet, which I have cut into already, with more bees. And let's take a look at the other side. So this is the other side. This is the side that we're going to be using today. But I love it, the honeycomb, and that's in petal pink. Then there's these stripes, perfect for any occasion. Flowers and Sweet Sorbet. Love that color. Love hearts. And do you know what? These can be used in any circumstances. They're not just a Valentine thing. Behind the honey pots, we have the little swirls, you know, the tracks, flying tracks. I love this kind of pattern. It's such a great, lovely, interesting, but not too detailed. And then some hatching, cross hatching. Fantastic. And it's not straight lines. They've got some waves to them, so that's perfect. Okay, so you've seen the challenge. I'll just put that up quickly again. That's the challenge sketch, so let's get to it. So I'm starting off with a petal pink card base. Just polishing that. And I have some of that DSP, so this is one side and this is the other side. And I've cut that to be 10 by 10 centimeters. And what we're going to do is take the honeycomb pattern here, and we're going to take petal pink and kind of extend that honeycomb. So I'm going to stamp off in the middle there because it's just going to be covered up, but it saves me from stamping off somewhere else. And then I'm going to just try to line that up there. See, it's so easy to line up. And let's see, line up another one right there. I'm going to leave that and now do this side. So I'm kind of creating on a diagonal. Let's go there. And let's take a look. Yes, I think I need something a little bit more going off the edge there. And same with this one there. Awesome. Close that up. And that is, and I'm going to put that square a little bit higher than in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to only add glue to the middle of this because I want to be able to stick some bits down from underneath behind. So just adding the glue in the middle and sticking that down. Fabulous. Now let's stamp our bee. We've got our bee stamp and we've got the stripe stamp, and I need some basic white. Is this big enough? Yes, this will be big enough. I love it when I can use some scraps. So I'm going to stamp starting with Lemon Lolly. It is my absolute new favorite yellow. So that's the bee body, nice and bright. And then I'm going to take Memento. And line this up so that the little stinger is kind of at the bottom here. There we go. Ah, perfect. Look at that. And I'm going to punch that out now. So I'm going to cover that up. And I'm just going to trim that off for a second. Bring in our punch. And I'm going to grab a tiny post-it note. There's some loose ones are going to lose their stickiness. So I'm going to grab one of these just so that I can use it as a way to line it up. And I'm going to just stick it. I'm sticking it on the behind so that I can still see my full image. So that's my top tip. When you're punching and you're not using the full punch, this is a great way to be able to line things up. So I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to start pressing, and that kind of grabs the paper and allows me to move it a little bit. I'm happy with that positioning now, and then I punch. I've got the tiniest bit of my post-it note stuck there. So there's my bee. And what I did ahead of time was I took some vellum. And I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. There's some white there. Okay, you can if I back it on white. I've stamped the wings in Pool Party, but with this one I've stamped the heart first and then the wings. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, which one would be working. So you can just see subtly how that set of wings has the light blue. So it was a stamped off heart and then the full strength. Now I stamped it ahead of time just because it takes ink to dry. It takes a little bit of extra time for ink to dry on vellum, and I did not want to waste that time on camera. So I'm going to punch both out. So again, I'm using my little post-it note, sliding that in and lining it up. Great. Super easy way to get elements punched out. And that way you're not having to waste a big sheet either. So that's one set. And it's easy to remove the scraps. And look at that, I've got a little vellum heart now. And I'm going to take my other set of wings. I think it's too subtle to be a bit of a difference. There we go. Perfect. Another little vellum love heart. Who knows, those can come in handy. We've got wings, and I think I'll use the ones, I don't know, maybe it doesn't make a difference, but how adorable is that? Seriously, like that is so cute. Actually, after all of that, I don't think I like the vellum wings. It's not enough contrast with this background. So where did that bit go? There it is. I'm going to restamp. After all of that. Well, anyway, I gave you a tip on how to stamp with vellum. I'm going to stamp off. Well, actually, I'll keep a heart's full stamp and stamped off. Stamped off is very pale because my ink pad needs a bit of re-inking. So let's see, maybe I'll use the full strength one. There's enough contrast there. I think I might even use the full strength one. I'm going to snip that off and repeat as we have been doing. Grabbing a post-it note, putting it from behind, and there. I think our bee deserves to have wings that really stand out. There, that's much better, but how adorable is that? So I'm going to glue those wings down. Glue. Have them on an angle bit there. And I pulled out a little face, and let's add a nice little smiley face to our bee. There are 3 smiley faces to choose from. Oh no, 4. And I chose the one with the little closed eyes. I'm chuffed with myself. Then, again, I'm using a piece of scrap. Isn't it fantastic when you can find uses for your scraps? I hate throwing out these little strips because they're perfect sometimes for sentiments. So I'm going to ink up in, what is this? I forgot, Petal Pink. The sentiment. You're as sweet as honey. And I'm not going to trim that just yet. I'm going to see how we want things to be set up. So that's going to go somewhere there. We could even just have it going across the entire bit and have our bee. Actually, I'm thinking we want more than one bee. Do we want more than one bee? I think so. Let's have 3 bees. So, and we can have different faces on the bees. There, and I'm going to do the black first. We can fit both bees, but I want to allow for the stinger first, so let's line it up. There, and then making sure I'm not going into the black. And of course, if you were clever and organized enough, you could punch out a guide and then you could stamp all the bits in the right spots. That's just too much effort right now. So 2 more sets of wings. 1, 2. And because my ink pad, can you see how the ink pad has that lighter section there? Because that's where I've been picking up the most ink. So that's where I picked up for the solid heart. And now I'm going to take the wing detail and kind of pick up ink from more the edges where it's darker. And we get that really lovely contrast. And it's almost like we've stamped off, but we haven't. So even though my ink pad needs re-inking, sometimes you can make that to your advantage. And it gives some nice variation. Okay, snip, snip, Post-it notes. Just get them all ready so I can punch, punch, punch. Oh, gotta snip this. Oh! Bee goes in this way. Punch. Punch. Why are we frozen? No, we're not frozen. I thought we were frozen for a second. And then our wings. Second set of wings. I'm going to remove those post-it notes bits from the back, just because if I glue them down, the glue will be attached to them and not to the actual bee, and then it could pop off your card. So it's not something I would like to happen. Perfect. Let's add our wings. And you can have the bees going in whichever direction. I'm going to keep all of my bees in the same direction as we started. So 1, 2, so cute. And let's do some other little faces. I've got the little smiley face. Let's do a smiley face, and let's do the winky face too. Why not? Would the vellum wings look okay over... Genius, Vicky. Why didn't you say something before? That would have looked amazing. Let's see. Where are my vellum wings? Yes, that would look super fabulous. And you could hide the glue down there. And that just gives you that, you can just sense, compared to it being stamped, if I compare the two, it just gives you that sense of translucent wings. No, don't apologize, lovely. That is a fantastic suggestion, and I wish I had thought of it myself, because that gives them the standing out on the background, but that subtlety. Anyway, if you ever recreate this card, tag me, but more importantly, do some changes, learn. This is the first time I'm using the stamp set. Haven't had, you know, life is just, sometimes you don't get to craft as much as you'd like. And that's okay. I am very grateful for the opportunities I'm being presented with to be busy. Kids, life. Anyhow, I can't wait to see Vicky. So now we've got 3 buzzy bees, which we will kind of arrange so that none of their faces are hidden. We'll have this sentiment, maybe 2 and then 1 like that. And if I just bring up the, what's it called? The sketch challenge, you can see that I am missing a square, which I'm kind of using my buzzy bees for it. But then there's some sprigs there, which I really loved the concept. And I have been seeing a lot of this, and I finally placed my order so that we had something similar in Celebration a few years, and I absolutely loved it. These are called the More Dazzle 6x6 specialty paper, and they come in champagne, which is what I'm holding, and gold. And I'm going to take the Bro Sprig Punch, and I've cut these down to 36 millimeters so that I'm only punching this bigger. I didn't think about the fact that this might be hard to punch. Oh no! Is it too thick? I was thinking a punch would be so much easier than a die. But the paper is very thick. Nope, not gonna force it. Okay, plan B. Plan B is Darling Details. Hi Krista, how's it going? And let's see, will these fit on the bit that I have cut out? Not quite. These will fit. And do you know what? I have a bigger piece, so let's use the bigger piece and save these 2. What a shame. Now, pop that one out. And if you were to flip this to the other side, you can see all the details that do need to be popped out. And I'm hoping a little brush will be sufficient. Look at that, how pretty is that? It's just got one bit that didn't pop out. Oh, a few little bits, but do you know what? It doesn't matter. Sometimes if bits don't come out, it's not a big deal. There we go. I know you get a foam mat for this, but I find using it on the palm of my hand. No, Krista, it's not an adhesive backed, but do you know what? I'm quite pleased with that because it'd be much, much thicker. I mean, you can certainly add the adhesive sheets to the back of these, and yes, that would help sticking these down. However, I really like texture in my cards, and I tend to prefer these detailed kind of elements not to be fully stuck down. I like it when they pop up. My pleasure. But you can certainly add adhesive back sheets easily, and it won't, I mean, I say it adds thickness, it does. However, I do find the Stampin' Up ones, because I've had, before Stampin' Up released adhesive back, I had a generic brand, and honestly, it was so thick and it was really unpleasant to use. So it does make a difference. Whereas I found the Stampin' Up one, that perfect thickness. It's got great adhesive and it does stick, but it doesn't add too much bulk to your project. Okay, so I've done got rid of the bits inside as much as possible, and I'm just going to do a sweep off. Not even, I almost swept it off onto the ground. Anyway, let's start assembling our card. Where are our buzzy bees? Which way did we have them? We've got those two there. Actually, let's stick, I was happy with the positioning there. Where'd my glue go? So let's stick buzzy bee here. And then we had this one. Oh, this one I wanted to put on dimensional. That's okay. I'm gonna just grab some scrap and kind of remove that glue, and then bring in some extra glue on dimensional. Buzzy bee. We traveled over the school holidays and to New Zealand, and they have giant bees. Like, I've never seen anything like that in Australia. Giant buzzy bee. So I was always obsessed with trying to get a photo of a buzzy bee. So when this stamp set was being able to be purchased, I was like, buzzy bees, me must have. Okay. Now, do we want that to go completely across or some angled? And then some flowers going out. Ooh, I like that. And we'll have that there. I think what we'll do is we'll have that one up on a dimensional as well, and stick the sentiment straight down to there. So I'm going to add just glue to where the sentiment is, as so. And then we can trim that off as necessary. So I'm going to flip that and trim. I find it easier to trim from the back, that way I can see where that edge is. So that's perfect. Now, that was too big. I'm going to snip that, and because that's too hard with too many details, I'm going to use a mini glue dot. Remember, I only adhered down that DSP in the center so I can lift it up. And then get these flowers, finding spots where there's a bit of extra detail, and then using that to put the glue dot. So we've got pretty flowers. Now, what's fun is you can actually color these, but I didn't, and so I'm going to leave that as now. But just as a side note, you can blend ink on top, so you can create whatever color you would like. I'm happy with that there, so I'm going to grab another glue dot. Kind of slide that under, and our last buzzy bee can go up on dimensionals as well. Ooh, peeled the backing off and not the actual. Crazy. There. Oh, nope, that wing is coming. Yeah, there we go. So now the wing is not. We've got a little buzzy bee. Do we want an extra bit? Or is it too much? or without? I think with. Grabbing that. You know, we did die cut it, so might as well use it. There, and then we've got these little bits that I've snipped off. I think that'll look really cute just there as well. Yes, I like it. Grab that. What do we think? Broadcast is a bit fuzzy. My recording says it's fine. Hopefully, oh no, the recording's gone fuzzy as well. Ah, we haven't decorated the inside. I've prepped. I've got an envelope and I'm gonna go really simple with both because I want the big surprise to be more inside the card. So I'm gonna take the honeycomb pattern and the petal pink. Thank you so much, Vicky. And I'm going to stamp some honeycomb. I'm kind of lining it in, getting there. And the same on the inside. That's funny. The auto captions have just stuck to punch. It's like they really wanted me to use the punch again. There. And what you could do, and what I will do, just because I have another one of these, I'm going to just use a glue dot and stick this down to the inside as well. Because I had it cut out so that it's not wasted. Plus it's so pretty. There we go. Now I just need to get this up on my blog so I can enter it into the Thank Goodness It's Friday challenge. They close on the 19th, which is today, but in a different time zone. So I think I've got a little bit of extra time thanks to the fact that we're pretty much ahead. Only New Zealand is further ahead than us. But there is my Buzzy Bee, You're So Sweet as honey, even though I have no images of honey. So what do we think? One last look. Too cute, even if I say so myself. I am so thrilled with that. Thank you, Krista. Well, I hope you'll be able to join me next week at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Thursday for another session of Creativity Time. Bye for now.